The DJI Osmo Pocket 3 was certainly one of my favorite purchases of last year. It really made exploring CES and being able to capture content on the fly very easy. But since I've had it, I've acquired a lot of accessories for it. So in this video, I want to walk you through all the items I use on a day-to-day basis with it. Now, the first item that I never leave home without if I'm bringing the Osmo Pocket 3 with me is the Hollyland Lark M2 microphone system. You can see I'm wearing one right here, but there is another one in the system here. It's almost the size of a coin, but it's a little button cell type thing. And the magnet allows you to quickly attach it anywhere. Right there. It charges in the case, so does the other one. And it has the versatility of being able to use it with your regular camera. So here's my Canon M50 Mark II, but the wireless transceiver here can go in the hot shoe here. And then the microphone can hook up on board to the camera, so it directly records audio there. With the USB-C adapter I have plugged into the Osmo Pocket 3 right now, I can also plug that directly into one of my laptops, and I can have direct voiceover recording there. So the versatility of it's really nice. I know DJI makes their own microphone system, and those are good. They're wireless, and you don't need an adapter to connect with them. But what appealed to me about this system is just the versatility of being able to use it with any tool that I have for recording, whereas the DJI mics are a little more limited to just your DJI products. And there's also a host of accessories, lanyards, dead cats for wind suppression, and the microphone system itself. When you have the blue set, that means there's no noise cancellation, and then if I press it to green, that will turn on noise cancellation. So having built-in noise cancellation is really nice. And this case provides 40 hours of charge, so I rarely ever need to charge these. So all the audio you're hearing in this video will be from the Hollyland Lark M2. And also I am recording on the Pocket 3, so I'll insert a lot of B-roll here so you can see the products I'm talking about on the camera, but you should get a little example of the visual quality from it. Next up is lighting for the Osmo Pocket 3. So I recently acquired these from Newer. I'll shine it a little over here. So they have 3 levels of intensity. There's also some color temperature control. So there's the bright white, and then there's a yellower light, and then there's one in between that does a little bit of both of those LEDs. This mounts to the bottom of the gimbal of the Osmo Pocket 3, and then magnetically you're able to attach that. There's also another little mount in the box, which allows you to put it kind of on the collar of it. And then the light can be a little more versatile, where you can put it on the side if you want a little more side lighting, or you can actually mount multiple. So I have 3 of these. So I could have 3 lights. I could have one on top, one on the side, and one here for just really good lighting for product shots or close-up interviews of some sort that you're doing. And that just charges via USB-C here. I think the M21 has about an hour and a half of power. And I will link all these products I'm talking about below in the description for you. And then another one I'm using right now is the Elgato Keylight Air. Similarly, has color temperature control. And then I have a Joby pod that I'm just putting here as a little bit of a fill light. Another one that I'm excited to play around with a little bit more is this inflatable GC21B. And so basically there's a module here that is actually waterproof. So I think this is really cool to travel with. But you see, I'll pop the temperature up. There's actually a sealed USB part here. So it's fully waterproof. And then they do give a little pump that you can pump up air in, but I've found that it takes maybe 2 blows to fill up. And it's full. Now it just becomes like a portable stick light. I mean, relatively large. So this is a good fill light as well. By the way, this is 10% brightness, so it can get pretty bright. I'll turn it all the way to 100 just so you can see. That's 100. And then it has a little magnetic mount for a tripod here too if you want, or you can put that down here as well, depending on where you want the mounting point. So those are the 3 lighting systems I've been using with the Pocket 3. In terms of lenses, right now I have a 1/8 black Pro Mist filter. And what that does is it just smooths out the lighting a little bit. It's really good for talking headshots like this because it'll smooth out the lighting a little bit and it will give a little softer of an image too. I know a lot of people use the ultra wide lens or they get an aftermarket one. I never found that I really needed wider shots than what the Pocket 3 gives already. So what I ended up getting was a macro lens. This is from K&F Concepts. But I use that sometimes when I do close-up product shots and I need to get a little closer in. And then another really handy one is the Newer neutral density filters. So this is a variable one. You can see through it. And then when I start rotating it, it'll actually darken kind of like sunglasses. This is really good when you're shooting outside. When you want to keep a fixed shutter speed, but you don't want to let in that much light, this is a very useful feature. And you'll see they both fit right in the actual case here. Another product I use a lot for some more cinematic shots is this Newer slider. This thing's nice because it's very portable. See, I can fold it down and I could even, I could take this off. Basically just has these little rubber wheels, and then I put an Elgato mount on it so I can adjust the angle of the Pocket 3 when it's on it. That allows me to get some rolling shots and more dynamic shots of products. With the addition of the gimbal on the Pocket 3, when you have it on this, you can get moving shots that are also rotating because of the gimbal, so those can be really cool. My only complaint about this one, I've had it for a long time, is that it charges via micro USB, but if I find a USB-C one, I'll link it below for you guys. If you're familiar with how the gimbal works on the Pocket 3, you'll know that it doesn't have the best Z-axis stabilization. It's very good in the XY, but in the Z-axis, you will get a little bit of bouncing up and down. Something like this, which is a stabilizer, really alleviates that Z-axis bounce. This is a cheaper one. I might recommend some better ones if you're gonna be using this a lot. I use it more as an edge case, so this one is fine for me. They can get really expensive, like the Tilta Hydra, I think is like $140, $150 around there. But there's some good middle options in the $50 to $100 price point range. Then this is one of my favorite accessories for the Pocket 3. Let me move my mic down a little so I don't hit it. But you'll see it's a little bit of a sling bag, just has one strap. There is a third little strap you can connect here if you're biking or something and you want it to stay stable. But basically, just really quickly, the benefit of this one is that there's this little mesh in front here. And so you can fit the Pocket 3 because it's expandable here. And so that way, if you have some things you need to carry around and you want quick access to the Pocket 3, it fits right here. Alternatively, if you want something a little smaller, this is the Wandered Medium Tech pouch. I don't know if it'll fit in the small pouch. It'll definitely fit in the large one too. But this Wandered Tech pouch, I've had it for many years now, and it interfaces actually with my backpack as well. But this is just great if I want to pack light and I do want to have the Pocket and like the Hollyland Lark and maybe the battery we'll talk about in a second. This right here, you can see the battery marks, is the Anker USB-C portable battery bank. And it's nice because with your phone, you can have it plugged in. It'll charge the phone. You can still use it without having wires dangling around. And pretty much any accessory that we've just talked about, I can charge with this very quickly. It's a 22.5 watt USB-C port here, so it charges relatively quick, and I can charge almost anything with the exception of the slider I was telling you about, but also fits in the Wandered bag and the other bag as well. There are grips you can get for the Pocket 3 that have a built-in battery, but I find those a little limiting because it's just good for the Pocket 3. So that can be good if you're just doing extended sessions on the Pocket 3. But with the host of accessories I'm talking about, I think this is one of the most useful accessories in the list. And I almost never leave home without it. Then the other one I've actually been wearing the entire time. So when I'm traveling, you can see this pops off and then it's a USB-A to USB-C cable. I also have a USB-C to USB-C, but with the Pocket 3, I find that when I'm out and about, or for example, in 2 months I'm going to CES, I'll be offloading footage a lot. And my laptop doesn't have a micro SD card, so I always need to have an adapter with it. So I just find it's easier to have a cable with me at all times on my wrist when I'm traveling. Good for charging your products and also just quickly transferring off video files from the Pocket 3. I have a Bauer tripod. I have much bigger tripods, but because the Pocket 3 is such a portable thing, it's nice to have one of these that it's a longer tripod like that, and then the base is the actual tripod. It works as a little bit of a selfie stick when you have it lightly extended and close the bottom, or you can quickly just plant it on the ground, and it's invaluable for solo filming or just having a quick tripod mount. Anyways, I did a full review of the Hollyland Lark M2 if you want to check out more about the audio quality and the range and all that. Or if you want to see my full Pocket 3 review that I'm filming on right now, you can see that right here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.